just behind those doors, the housemates are feeling the pressure. Emotions are running high. Tim's stiff upper lip has been trembling after a tearful phone conversation with his mother and has triggered a night of soul-searching for the final five. It's day 52. It's July the 14th, and this, my friend, is Big Brother's Little Brother. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. I've been whispering all throughout the pre-title tease there, and then I just banged down the housemates possibly hearing me, so profuse apologies in advance if they did. On today's show, PJ, of course, will be live, plus Big Brother fanatic Jane Middlemiss joining us to talk about the crazy world that is Big Brother. But first, we kick off, as we always kick off, with Little Brother's big news. Indeed. OK, last night the housemates were given their 7th weekly task, a general knowledge quiz about their fellow housemates. For each question group answered correctly, they were given 25 quid to spend on shopping and 5-second call home collectively. They answered 8 questions right out of a possible 50, so we're given a £200 shopping budget and 40-second call home. After a tough week in the house, it was Tim chosen to make that phone call home.
Tim, your time is now up.
OK, I love you, Mum. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye.
I actually saw that last night, and Big Brother was so cool because he didn't let Tim leave the diary room until about 35 to 40 seconds afterwards, so he just sat there and cried. It's so cruel. OK, last night the housemates spent hours discussing what to spend on this week's shopping. They agreed on 30 bagels, some cereal, 6 packs of mincemeat. Now, I can confirm that that's actually mince, as opposed to mincemeat out of a jar to make pies with, and litres of very, very strong lager. Tim, indeed, had his own special request.
And then toiletries, if anyone, I do want some hairspray, but spray gel, but it's only £1.50.
I've asked for a few toiletries to be honest.
Do I need to put...
We need some shower gel.
Right, can we have shower gel that we can all use?
Yeah, we haven't got any.
So we're going to have to put aside 15 quid for toiletries.
Any at all?
No, just to confirm that I think the most shower gel everyone can indeed use. Johnny. Now, Tim took 1 bottle of hairspray and took it with him, and since then, when possible, bear in mind he's been on the poor side a couple of times, he has bought 3 bottles. That boy just loves. He might be even drinking it the way he's going through it. OK, the housemates had a very restless night last night. Johnny slept for only 2 hours, 12 minutes, and Jay was up at 5 a.m. with a very own dawn chorus.
Got trap wind?
Yeah, I think I'm...
Maybe I shouldn't light one up, because if you let a big one out, we'll blow.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I'm so sorry.
There you go, Bubba. Better out than in, eh? OK, that was Little Brother's big news. All right, ladies' man Peter James Ellis, a.k.a. PJ, entered the house 7 weeks ago. On Friday night, he was the 7th person to be given the shop, receiving a whopping 81% of your votes. Yesterday, we tracked PJ down to a top-secret location to find out exactly what he got up to on his first day of freedom, and he is loving it. Take a look.
Yeah, of course. Can you put it to Leslie?
Leslie.
Did you have a good time last night?
Yeah, it was strange, yeah. Well, there's my first one. Great.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Cheers. I've just got out of bed. I'm absolutely knackered. Had my breakfast. I'm just looking at a headline from today's paper. It's just weird thinking that people want to talk to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm no big deal. I've just been in the house for 7 weeks. Just getting my big fat chubby bum out, innit? Next port of call is we're off to the Docklands to do a bit of shooting with a magazine. They're going to put me in a dapper suit and some wicked clothes and that'll make me beautiful.
As PJ travels across the town, he gets a call from his old mate Spencer.
I don't know whether you saw it on film last night, but a bloke grabbed me last night and went, PJ, kiss my wife. I had to kiss his wife. I had bras thrown at me, mate. Did you see the bra thrown at me? Did you get any? You got one, wicked. Nice one, we'll have to get back. It was so weird talking to him and thinking, oh, it's just weird. We were still paranoid about what to say. He was like, oh, it's better if we just meet in person and chat. I was like, mate, it's just over a moment. Like, it's nice. Get used to this, the old pampering. I like this proper showbiz mirror. Versace, mate. It feels nice. It's an actual real Versace. I feel like a right model. Yeah, how you doing?
Keep going. Lovely. That's it. Just rock into it, but you're getting into it now. Go on.
A lot more comfortable with the old smile. Yeah. I know this one. Can't see there being a crew in it though, to be honest. My first full day out of the house. It was a really good day. I'm going to head back to the hotel now and get some needed rest. But that might also involve having a few beers and watching a film or something. You know, it's just fantastic. You know, this 15 minutes of extended fame, I hope, will be good fun. But it's very, very tiring. But yeah, very exciting day. And I wish I was, you know, I've always said that I'm glad that I'm out of the house, but I wish I was in the house so I could experience this again next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome, exclusive and live to Big Brother's Little Brother, but not too loudly because we're right next to the house, PJ. Shh, outside the house. Shut up.
How's it going, Dennis?
How are you?
Yeah,
very nice to meet you. Take a seat.
You, mate?
Wow, OK. Firstly, how are you?
Yeah, all's good. It's a bit weird at the moment. Obviously, I'm still thinking about my time in there, but it's just been so hectic since I've been out. It's just...
Weird in the respect of getting recognised, weird in the respect of your whole life being turned upside down.
I did a modelling shoot yesterday. What's all that about?
Yeah.
You know, that was quite weird. I've been recognised here and there. Yeah, it's just been all good.
What goes through your mind when you're recognised? A nice thing, or is it, are these people going to try and hit me, or...?
Well, I'm quite level-headed, so I know it's not real. Do you know what I mean? They're caught with the favor about all this show and that, but it is so weird. It's just like... It's so nice, it's brilliant, you know, bring it on. You know, they always say they're really nice to me. I haven't had anything negative yet, touch wood. But, yeah, it's just really nice, it's good.
And sitting out here, you said when you first turned up,
yeah,
because we do meet each other just before, you said when you first turned up you do feel quite glad to be out there.
Yeah, I wanted to go, you know.
Why so?
If it was my choice, my experience was over. You know, I wasn't going to win this show, obviously, by the massive poll, you know, which happened Friday.
Did you think in there you weren't going to win it? I mean,
I could have won it, I suppose, but it's just that, and maybe, I'm not saying I deserved to stay a bit longer, but I could have stayed a bit longer if the nominations had stayed at the same format. But I really wanted to go, you know, my experience was over, and I don't know, it was time for me to go.
Sure. Now, when Adele was evicted last week, you heard the boos. You were very nervous about that in retrospect. I mean, how were you feeling when you left the house? Because, I mean, I think that for that... I mean, you saying Davina sounded down and Davina, you know, so forth. It was obviously playing on your mind a great deal.
Well, you listen out for any tips and then when, you know, any hints of how the crowd's going to react. And hearing massive boos the week before, obviously that's still in your mind. And then we heard Davina's voice and we thought, oh, maybe it's going to be bad. But, yeah, I was a bit nervous. All the way through, I was like, you know, if they boo me, so what, I'll deal with it. But 3 seconds before going out the door, obviously it all sinks in. You think, you know, here we go. But obviously you saw me take a couple of deep breaths, probably. But when I went out, it was just, oh,
deep breaths,
awesome.
I wouldn't say deep, I'd say it was like you had an oxygen tank.
Yeah, well, I was hyperventilating, basically.
I mean,
yeah,
did you get paranoid for the last couple of days or the last hour?
The last few hours, that's all it is. You're sitting there, because all week you don't think you're going, you just think you're not part of this game show until Friday.
It is strange that Adele said on Friday, or a couple of days ago, she said that when you're in there, you know, Friday, you always dress up and stuff because you know you're going to be on telly.
Well, I didn't. I had my chankles out, didn't I?
Do you know what I mean? It's like Friday's the day you know that the whole nation's watching you, even though you're on TV like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, you're more conscious of where you are and what you're doing on the Fridays, yeah.
OK, greeted by screaming girls, some of them even threw their underwear at you. Hello, what was that about?
I ask myself the same question every day. It's unbelievable. I haven't really looked at the eviction since I've left the house because I've been quite hectic, but... Wow, it was just, it was amazing, it was awesome.
I had to say, you seem the person that's most enjoyed out of probably all series, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, all 3 series. You came out and just, you embraced everyone. I mean, it was nice that everyone was cheering you. A man said, kiss my wife. You duly obliged.
I did duly oblige, yeah.
Seeing as though you haven't had any action, well, nearly any action for 7 weeks. OK, now you received 81% of the public vote, which means that Kate stayed.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because the public wanted you out or Kate in? Kate's proving very, very popular.
I'd like to think that the country necessarily didn't want me out. It was just, it may have been a difficult decision. Me and Kate are quite similar at times. Obviously not the facial hair or anything like that, but, you know, we were really close, and I think the public probably realised that. And it was just probably, I think there wasn't many votes this week. Obviously there were loads of votes, like I probably got more than 1 million, but I don't know. I really can't tell. But by what I've experienced since I've been out, I'm not hated.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll change in a couple of weeks.
I'd just like to recap, he's not hated, even though there are security guards walking upstairs in the background, just checking for snipers in the surrounding woods. A lot of low-lying birds over there, though, which is always good.
Yeah,
now, you didn't receive a single nomination until day 25 when Adele nominated you.
Yeah.
For being lazy and selfish. I didn't think you were selfish. I did think you were lazy, though.
I was very, very lazy. At the end of the day, I wasn't lazy out of choice. The girls were coming up to me and asking me to do my washing and asking to cook for me, so no man in his right mind.
Are you the kind of guy that would just... what kind of person that would just sit there and if someone offers to do something for them, you say, oh, well, fair enough, then if you're going to do it, then, then why not?
Got better things to do, like sunbathe and sleep.
No,
it was weird. I didn't really realise how idle I was until the last couple of weeks. I made my first meal and I was a victim.
Boy, we did. OK, out of the 5 remaining housemates, who do you think you're going to miss most?
Johnny. He's a nice bloke. A lot of people think he's showing up to the cameras, but he's not. He's very genuine, very sensitive, and he can be hilariously funny.
Are you worried about him as well? Because earlier on, I mean, there's a lovely picture in our studio of him, full face, weighing about 11.5 stone, I would imagine. And in there, he just looks haggard, doesn't he? He looks something like escaped eviction.
Well, I didn't realise that until I've come out and seen the photographs of him going in on eviction night. It's unreal, his physical change. Obviously, that reflects his mood, but it's such a shame. I just hope he has started to kick himself out of this depressive mode and, you know, he's started to find the real Johnny now. All right,
brilliant. PJ, speaking to you later on the show, thanks a lot for coming on. If you want a question for the big PJ, give us a call on the following numbers. If you'd like to call us at Big Brother's Little Brother, then phone 09011 call BBLB. That's 09011 2255 Or you can email us. The address is bblb@channel4.com, bblb@channel4.com. Or you can text us. Just stick the word studio at the start of your message and send it to the Big Brother text number 83188. Alrighty, coming up after the break, PJ revealing what he really thinks of his fellow housemates, especially the ladies in the house. And we're revealing exclusive pictures of PJ with hair. Yes, you heard me, hair! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. It's day 52, which means there's 12 days to go. And for those of you who just joined us during the break, PJ's with us! They can make more noise now because they are back in the studio. Because everyone gets really paranoid when they're outside. Because it's just like this. It's just, shh, they'll hear you, shh, they'll hear you. I mean, did you hear anything when you were...
No, I didn't know. Not at all.
See? Vindicated. OK. Since you've been in the house, you've been compared to Alexa Sale, Moby, Bod. Nearly every bald man in the country thinks of her a striking resemblance to you, including floor manager Mark Harrison. This is also proven by our lookalike competition. Yeah, let's not put the camera on him too much. Now, last week, Stephen Christopher Michael Smythe from Worcester sent this lookalike picture. He thinks he looks like you, Pete. Should we just take a quick look? There he is, and there's... Now, he is... Are you not happy that...
not at all. I'm not...
Stephen Christopher Michael Smythe looks like you.
I haven't got the best of eyesight, but Stephen's no Armani model, is he? Sorry, Steve.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to look like you now. OK. You haven't always been thatch-free, however. We've got the evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for an exclusive look at PJ with hair.
Monster.
Take a look. Just a beautiful thing. That was your passport photograph.
Unfortunately, it is, yeah.
When was that taken?
16 it was. I was 16, I think.
1992.
That's, what's that, 9 years ago, 22, 20... Yeah.
Fantastic. What was with that hair? Were you going for a sort of a charlatan's look, then?
Yeah, Oasis hair was big at that time, I think.
Right.
It got worse than that.
Did it? What happened after that?
It just got very big and wiggified. It was
out like here?
Birds were nesting in it.
Where did it all go?
I've had a hard life, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Quite stressful. Fair enough, OK. Let's talk about life inside the house. You're in there for 50 days. Now, when Adele came on to Little Brother, she said the all housemates she thought were playing the most intelligent game, it was you.
Yeah.
Were you, or do you think that, you know, you were just being relatively innocuous? People just seemed to get on with you well. You didn't seem particularly opinionated up until certainly the last couple of weeks.
I've got my opinions, yeah, but if I had a tactic, my only tactic was to go into the house and be myself. And that's all it was. You know, if I've got a problem with someone, in general life, I wouldn't necessarily go up to them and broadcast it to them, let alone 9 million viewers or whatever. So, yeah, I was generally... I hope people just generally got on with me, but I wasn't playing no game. A lot more people were playing games than I was. Do you
think it's really boils down to a simple decision, as it were, whether you just live and let live, or you actually say, no, do you know what, I'm here, I'm confined, I'm well aware that the whole of the country is watching me, and you really do wind me up. So, you know, the pressure, therefore, has got to me, and I have to... Do you think it just boils down to that simple...
Well, it's a complete false environment. You know, not a lot of people ever experience that, so you really can't say how you'd react before you get in there. But when you're in there, you do want to say things, but at times you think, maybe I'm being a bit picky now or petty because of the situation. So at times you either bite your lip or you do rant off. I found that it was a lot easier to keep my opinions to myself and use them opinions in the diary room on a Monday.
Yeah, you see, obviously I haven't been in there, but that's, I think I agree with you to a degree, but I think it's almost like, you know, people say it's a reality show, but it's like a hyper-reality show, because I think it takes you out of any sort of comfort zone you're in, and just puts you in this, obviously in this goldfish bowl. And so, you know, you have no other choice but to reveal your real person, do you know what I mean?
I think so, yeah, but then on the flip side, you know, your real person is also accentuated by, like, discussion, and that comes from general affairs, public affairs, news, and that's taken away from us.
Yeah.
So, in a way, you're not your normal self.
Just your subconscious almost comes out.
Well, really, I suppose, but before we get too deep about all that...
I was going to say, wow! You're watching the late review. OK, let's get back to it. Out of the 5 remaining housemates, who do you think is playing the best game?
I would have said Jade, but I had a few problems with Jade a couple of weeks ago, obviously, probably everyone knows.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought she was quite tactical, but I don't think... And we thought that she may be a bit...
Tactile.
Whatever, yeah, probably. But she's... All right, cheers. And a lot of people said she was a lot cleverer than she made out, but I don't think she is. I think she's just unaware of, you know, what she's actually going through. She talks to somebody about something, then tells a different person another thing, and then she completely forgets that she's got 50 cameras following her all day.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is really playing a game. If I had to say anyone, maybe Alex. Maybe he's a lot more sly than I know, but I haven't seen any footage, so I can't really say.
Sure.
But I don't think anyone is.
After the first week of Life Behind Bars, you confronted Alex about the decision to leave you and Spencer on the poor side for another week. Take a look.
So, you took Sophie over. You haven't had problems with me, and I've endured this all week.
We've all endured this all week.
So, Spence, but you took Sophie over because I like to keep neutral. I really don't understand that reason, Alex. I know you have to make a hard decision. I understand that completely, mate. But I just think it might have been the wrong decision. That's all.
How bad was it over there?
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. So the first week was terrible, absolutely dreadful. We had pasta and salt. We had no chicken eggs.
Pasta and salt.
Pasta and salt. That was it. And it was just so cold in the bedrooms. I don't know whether Big Brother made that, you know, was purposely doing that, making it so cold. But it was just, it was terrible.
So how do you feel about Alex now? You obviously warmed to him slightly.
Yeah, I like Alex. I've got no problems with Alex at all. He can be a bit sort of like nitpicky in there and a bit too hygienic for my liking. But Alex is the same bloke. I'd like to hook up with him after for a few beers. Yeah.
Right now, Big Brother changed the nomination process last week. Was this the biggest surprise that Big Brother threw at you?
Yeah, definitely, because the Heaven and Hell was rumoured for months before we came to this house. So when it came up, we were like, yeah, fair enough, this is massive, but we also knew about it. You know, everyone's like, yeah, I told you this was going to happen. Yeah, we've seen all the screws in the floor and all this, whatever. But, yeah, the way you changed the format of nominations was the biggest shock, to me anyway.
To recap, you all took turns to draw lots.
Yeah.
You and Kate drew the short straws. Then you did a Gaza, loving your work.
Thanks.
As your family message was played into the house. Take a look.
All right, understand me. Piss off.
Wuss. You're not a wuss. I feel the same. I've just had a quick glimpse of my mum and dad.
That's not a wuss. That's a real man, that is.
It's not a wuss.
What's your sister's in the background?
God, girls just laughing at me, I hope.
No, they're not. They're not.
Don't be stupid.
Now, even though we sort of took the mick a little bit there, it was more to do with the fact it was your sister, wasn't it?
Yeah, my little sister. I was missing her so much, and fair enough. My mum and my brother made me a bit upset, but you know that was no big deal. It's my little sister.
Okay. Now, a lot of ladies, not all the ladies, but a lot of ladies in the house liked you. One lady who liked you a great deal was Jade, but on Friday you denied anything happened with Jade apart from the kiss. Are you worried how she's going to be or what she's going to say when she comes out?
I've got no problems at all. Obviously, I haven't been going into it in lengths because the lady's still in the house and she's got a lot to say, obviously, so I'll leave that to her. But there's no problems at all. She'll say exactly what I've said to the press, and I'm saying to you now. There was a kiss. But
one of the housemates who openly admitted to fancying you and vice versa was Kate. Do you really have the hots for her? She's a pretty girl.
I'd definitely date her, yeah, she was interested when she went
definitely
out.
date her, you got to love that, haven't you?
Yeah, no, she's a perfect girl, she's very good looking, and at one time you can be wow, and the next minute you can be talking you know, with her about last week's soccer results, which is just so cool. You know, she's a proper geezer bird.
And she's an Arsenal fan, which is the way the world should be. And if you could do it all again, is there anything you'd do differently?
No, not at all. I was myself all the way through, and I'm proud of that, so I wouldn't change it at all.
Thank you very much for chatting to us. You enjoyed your time in the house. Let's look at your perfect moment so far.
Hi, I'm PJ, I'm 22, and I'm from Birmingham. I'm quite arrogant and confident, really.
How you doing?
The viewers will definitely get to know the real me. I'm just going to be mean, you know. Like me or lump me, simple as that.
PJ, he just talks about sex all the time.
When I'm saying I'm missing sex. Sex. Proper full-on movie action sex.
I don't know if I'm looking for love sort of thing. Let's just see what happens, basically. If I'm upset and feel a bit weepy sort of thing, I'd probably go into a little room on my own, but I wouldn't cry, I'd sort of keep it within. It's not sort of a masculine thing, is it, really, to cry? I think the main reason why people are going to vote for me is that I'll basically end up doing the wrecking, to be honest, after about 4 weeks.
If I go this Friday, I'll be happy. I'll be able to look back and say, yeah, it's been a really good experience.
PJ, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house.
See, I can walk in the back of shop too. He was getting too much attention and I didn't like it. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, coming up after the break, we take you on an exclusive tour behind the scenes, Big Brother Compliance and Interactive Headquarters, or the anti-fun department, as I like to call it. The room where all the chicken noises and dips come from. As well as that, your questions to this man later on the show. See you in 3. Hello, hello, welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. Hope we're all very well. Already 1,000 texts for PJ. 8 of those are marriage proposals. Keep them coming in, the texts, not the marriage proposals. All right, this is Big Brother's Little Brother's office. All these people don't actually normally work on these terminals. They're just trying to be here to get on television. Dear blah, 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 blah. Give me another job when my contract ends. OK, so, we are going now. I'm very excited about this. It's a BBLB exclusive. We're going to uncharted territory with an exclusive look into the team who make Big Brother Live, 24-hour streaming, fit for human consumption, and here they are. Hey, you ain't saying much, are you? Oh, just kidding. OK, they're through here. This is Compliance HQ, and the man who knows all about how it works is Tom Oldwinkle, and he's sat in the chair exactly where he should be. Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
OK, yeah, great. First up, what exactly goes on here?
Right, you really want to know? What we're doing here, we take the pictures that are coming to us from the gallery, from the Big Brother house, and we make the edit.
That's right downstairs, yeah? Right, so you take the feed, as it were, from downstairs, Absolutely. Is that right?
And basically we make sure it's fit for broadcasting, so we do the boring stuff like the legal, which I won't go into because it's really rather dull. The good stuff like the nudity, of course, we take that out on occasion. And also, of course, swearing, which is the biggest headache. So all the juicy stuff, that's what we get, and we have to deal with it.
Great, OK. Talk us through your team. What do they do?
OK, what we're doing here... what I'll explain is there's 2 camera crews roughly in the house, camera team A and B. A might be looking at the garden, B might be looking at the bedroom, say. We get the pictures in and we have people dealing with pictures from A and B. If I demonstrate this side, we have, over in this spot here next to you, that's Carrie, the lovely Carrie, as she's known in these circles. She's looking at the live stream from stream B. Now that's completely raw, not been edited. Oi, don't look, we haven't edited that yet. Thank you, sir. Anyway.
It's a nightmare getting up here anyway.
You know what we're like.
Make them smile. Go on.
Anyway, on top of that, she makes edits there for if someone gets naked, say, or swears. She'll write it down on one of these. This is an editing slip I've just written there.
Cool, how's that work?
We've got the time in, that's when they did the dirty deed. That's the time it's safe to go back to the action. That's what they did. Just some swearing. I wouldn't put what they said, obviously.
Now, what happens with that? Where does this go?
What we do here, we give it to you. You would be an editor extraordinaire. That would come to you. You would use this machine behind you, and pressing a combination of these buttons, you would either switch the visual angle to chicken cam, the infamous chicken can, or of course you would dip the audio if it was swearing to the birds tweeting and the trains and that sort of stuff.
Okay, so she's a number 1, right?
Yes, and you're a number 2.
And number 2s do that, yeah.
Yep.
Number 3s?
Number 3s is here. That's what I will be doing. I will be the third editor, looking at what you and Carrie collectively had edited. If there's anything that's slipped through the net, not that they would, because, you know, professional outfit and all that, but just in case, then I would make sure it got edited live. It goes out 15 minutes after it's happened, and I would get that as it's going out live.
So number 3's in charge?
Yes, it's the last chance saloon to catch all the stuff, so...
How do you manage to keep the concentration? Because we were up here earlier on, everyone was reading papers before you got here.
Surely not. Surely not. That's research.
Sorry, bunch of jokers.
We eat a lot of donuts. Donut junkie. I'm actually 10 stone normally. We just do the normal thing like swapping around, lots of water, keep hydrated, keep ourselves busy.
And, you know, who's the most persistent offender in the house? Out of all of them that's been in there this year?
Johnny tends to tell some really good jokes, but with swear lines and the punchlines. So apologies to people at home that hear the build-up and not the punchline. Lee says a swear word while he's thinking, which was always a problem. And, of course, Jade talks so quickly when she's nervous or angry, whatever, and she begins to sound a bit like... You know the teacher of Charlie Brown, where you can't quite hear what's being... She sounds like that, so you've got to be really on your toes for that.
Okay. And the best story you've heard so far that you couldn't broadcast is...
Oh, there's plenty to choose. My personal favourite involved some rubber gloves, some bubble bath and the jacuzzi. And by the end of it, there was only half a melon left. What a shocker that was.
Tom, you joker. Oh, thank you very much, Tom. And thank you very much as well, you bunch of chucklers. Oh, great to see people that love their work with a smile on their face. All right, last night, housemates took part in the 7th weekly general knowledge quiz, a task to find out about their fellow housemates. If you missed it, don't worry, little brother is here to provide you with that exclusive service. And here it is.
Housemates, your Big Brother experience is over. You shall all be leaving tomorrow. Housemates, tonight's task will test how well you've got to know each other. Your performance in the task will determine your shopping budget for the week and will also earn one of you a phone call to a loved one. In the diary room, you will be asked 3 questions about your fellow housemates. The questions will be based on the answers you gave in your Big Brother application forms and will only be about the 5 remaining housemates. Each question answered correctly will earn the group £25 to spend on the shopping and 5 seconds of a phone call to a loved one.
Alex, your first question is, which housemate's specialist subject on Mastermind would be ancient Egypt?
Jade.
Which housemate would choose Sophia Loren and Sean Connery if they could have celebrity parents?
Kate.
Which housemate's favourite play is The Homecoming by Harold Pinter?
Tim.
Which housemate drew the picture?
Johnny.
Which housemate's favourite song is Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson?
Kate.
Which housemate's dream job would be as a passenger jet pilot?
Alex.
Which housemate lists being the fastest bathroom cleaner in the world as one of their skills?
Jade.
Which housemate won a national songwriting competition at the age of 11?
Alex.
Which housemate's greatest ambition is to do a duet with Rod Stewart?
Jade.
Kate, one of the housemates drew this picture as their self-portrait. Which housemate drew the picture?
Tim.
Who has previously worked as a shelf stacker, a pizza chef and a trainee graphic designer?
Johnny.
Which housemate would want Ewan McGregor to play them in a film of their life?
Alex.
Which housemate's idea of a great night out includes go-karting and a football match?
Kate.
Which housemate's greatest achievement is doing a 200-foot bungee jump for breast cancer?
Jade.
Which housemate's mum calls them Poppy?
Jade. Alex, Poppy.
Yeah. Tim's had a bad week. He's been thinking about it all week.
I don't deserve anything. I haven't even been up for eviction.
You've got my backpack behind you.
I think it'll cheer you up and you can go on with this week and enjoy it more than if you don't take that phone call.
Hello?
Tim.
Hello, Mum.
Listen, Johanna sends her love. Everything's cool. She's really looking forward to seeing you.
Okay, how are you? How are you? Are you okay with everything?
Yeah, I'm fine, my love, I'm fine.
And Dad? Dad's okay with everything?
Dad's fine. He's got a broken shoulder, but I'll tell you all about that when I see you.
Okay.
I'm at Tessa Mark's house.
Okay, they're good, yeah? They're good?
Yeah, they're good. They're really supportive.
Okay, I saw you on... Oh, I can't say that. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I know
great.
you saw me, but we
Okay.
couldn't speak. We did do a recording, but you didn't get it, but that's fine.
Okay.
And I love you loads, Tim.
Okay, Mum, and I'll see you real soon. I'll probably be this Friday, and I love you so, so much, and thank you for the support.
I love you too.
Okay, Mum.
And Joanna loves you. Everybody loves you. Don't worry.
Okay, bye.
We'll be there for you, okay? Don't worry about that. We'll
Okay,
be
I
there
love you,
for
Mum. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye, love.
Thank you.
All right, joining me on the Big Brother's Little Brother couch to talk about what effect last night's general knowledge quiz had on the housemates is, of course, this week to Vic T, PJ, and Angel of the North, as I like to call her, Jane Middlemiss. Easy, Peach. Easy like this. I just kissed a girl. Jane, what do you think of last night's task?
I really liked it. I thought the questions were really hard.
They were hard?
I thought I wouldn't have gotten any of them myself. But I was glad Tim got the phone call.
Why Tim?
Well, he's just having a bad time, you know, and he just doesn't seem like he's fitted in since he's got in there. He's very sort of aware of what the public think of him. And he just seemed really miserable.
Do you think it's sort of a disadvantage to go in later, to a degree?
I do think it is, yes.
Yeah, because people know more about exactly what's going on and so forth.
And you sort of got an impression of the people, so who are already in there, and you know what's been said and written about, so you know how successful it is, and you know what sort of a spotlight you're going to be under
yeah, and I
once
think
you're in
the
there.
public know that as well, which is obviously puts more pressure on them. Okay. Last week, PJ, you and Kate received messages from your loved ones. You both got very emotional after seeing that message. How do you think he's going to be feeling today?
Just relieved. It's great just to have a good cry at times. You know what I mean? It's brilliant. He'll be so relieved. All them cheers he heard or boos, whatever he thought he heard Friday, he won't be thinking about those now.
Well, I mean, what's it like to have contact with the outside world? I mean, does it give you a disadvantage in the house because you start thinking more and more about your own family, or does it make you feel more at ease?
I don't know. You can have both effects really. It's like when we heard music. When it stops, you were gutted. So yeah, he might be missing them more. But I can definitely tell he's looking forward to seeing them more. But he won't affect it.
Is it difficult to switch back into just sort of relaxing and well, I mean, doing Big Brother, essentially, sunbathing and sleeping? I mean, it sounds like a stupid question. Is it difficult to get back into that? But is it? Does it play in your mind all the time now?
Not really. From personal experience, when I saw my sister, it was such a relief, and that was it. I just forgot about it then. I thought about it at times, but yeah, it was easy to get back into, sunbathing and whatever.
All right, now, within the quiz, Tim was asked which housemate's mum calls them Poppy.
Yeah.
Alex.
Did you guys have any idea? You knew it was Alex.
Oh, yeah.
His birthday, wasn't
Because I've seen him. I've seen his mum and dad do that film, which Alex is going to find really embarrassing when they came out and his mum was going, "It's my little Poppy," and it was so sweet. But I love that. I love that he's called Poppy.
Did you know he's called Poppy?
No.
Will you be addressing him as Poppy or Alex when he leaves the house?
Poppy.
Poppy.
Me too, I think. I want to do the whole Poppy. And if I could please, plead to anyone watching, if you do ever meet Alex, please Poppy, not Alex.
Definitely.
That's his name from now on. Are you surprised how little they seem to know about each other? I would assume that when you're in the house, you'd know everything about everyone because you'd just be starved.
I think it's a survival instinct. Sorry, PJ. I've never been in there, but I'm sort of assuming it's a survival instinct, and you don't actually sit down and go, "So, what is your favourite player? And what does your mum call you as a pet name?" It's not something you sit round up talking about, did you? What's your favourite player?
No, you're right. It's just that some people are different. Some people are more interested in people, whereas some people are just getting on with the experience rather than finding out about people's lives. And I thought I knew quite a lot about people in there. I don't know. Obviously not.
Peach, in all honesty, how many questions do you think you would have got right?
All of them.
You reckon?
Get lost.
Yeah. All of them, no worries. Did it last night. Bar the one, maybe Poppy, that was quite a difficult one, yeah, but I found them quite easy, to be honest.
Right. OK, well, just to test that, we've devised our own little brother quiz to find out how much you really know about your fellow housemates. Jane, I'd like you to join in too. Unfortunately, we're not playing for any money to put towards your shopping budget or a phone call from a loved one. It's just for fun. So let's play something I've just made up that's, let's call it Who Wants to Be PJ's Hair? See what we did there? It's the whole Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, PJ's hair.
Yeah, we get it.
When asked to complete the sentence, I want to be in the next series of Big Brother because who said I'm a very individual type of person who will bring a combination of supreme confidence, intelligence and style to the house, which I think it will need?
Tim.
I'd go for Tim or Adele.
The correct answer is Tim.
Yeah.
There we go. Just in case you didn't know what Tim looked like, a little shot of Tim there for you at home. When asked on the application form which people might dislike, what would people dislike about you, which housemate said, quite people may dislike my personality as I'm quite loud. I can be very energetic, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm always tidying up. People think I'm a tad obsessed with it. Obviously not you.
Can I find a friend?
It would be...
I'd go for it's got to be Kate or Jade, isn't it?
I think it's Jade.
I'd go for Kate. Put my neck out.
Am I taking a final answer individually or
we'll go for Jade,
like an aggregate? Final answer.
The lady decides, Jade. I reckon Kate.
Let's take a look. It's Kate. Kate's really annoyed. Okay, the next one. When asked, have you got any skills or hobbies that you might be interesting or relevant? Who said I can fit my whole body through an elastic band?
Well, I think I know that, so I'll leave that one to Jane.
Jade.
Definitely Jade.
Let's take a look. It is indeed Jade, and I believe we have.
That's only because something
Calm down with the
stupid
clapping.
you think would be good, sort of thing.
Have we got any evidence? Okay, let's take a look at it.
Hello everybody in the Big Brother house. As I told you on my application form, I can use my body through an elastic band. So here we go. I'm going to be talking to you while I'm doing it. As you all know, my name's Jane. I'm 20. I'm from Bermondsey in London. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Yes, indeed. Showing the skills that got her into the house in the first place. There's Jade putting herself through a big plastic bag. OK, we're back again. When asked who was the first person you snogged and how old were you, who said someone at my local youth club when I was probably about 14 years old?
Well, that's a difficult one. Let me... Go on, Jane.
No, you go
I reckon
first.
it's me.
It can't be you, can
I've
it?
just got a funny feeling it's me. I can't remember what I wrote in the application form, but...
Is PJ in this?
Yes, he is in this.
Oh, right, I'm saying PJ as well.
Good, because you went on very reliable evidence. Let's take a look who it is. Yeah, PJ.
14! That's a slow start.
That means that you weren't particularly proud of your kissing technique, because that's what I say whenever anyone asks me, because really you should remember the name of the girl you first kissed.
I do remember the name.
Oh, it was 14 and I can't really remember it much. OK, and final question. When asked to draw a portrait of your ideal partner, who drew this? OK, message on bottom. I don't know what she'd look like, but she would have a big heart.
I know that.
Johnny.
No, it's Alex.
Yeah.
Show me. Tell me.
Alex.
It's definitely Alex.
Let's take a look. It is indeed Alex. Unfortunately, even though he's been in the house for 52 days, we didn't have a shot of him. OK, thank you very much, PJ. PJ, we're taking your call, so if you've got a question for him, call BBLB, and here is how. If you'd like to call us at Big Brother's Little Brother, then phone 09011 call BBLB. That's 09011 2255 Or you can email us. The address is bblb@channel4.com, bblb@channel4.com. Or you can text us. Just stick the word studio at the start of your message and send it to the Big Brother text number 83188.
We gone, yeah?
All right, coming up after the break, we find out what the group has spent their £200 shopping budget on. Plus, PJ takes your call. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Big Brother's Little Brother. No, we're not upside down. Really, we're the right way, and we're here. Time to bring you up to date with all the latest news from inside the Big Brother house. To do that is series editor. Yeah, you heard me, editor. Lovely Helen Hawkins. Hello, Helen.
Hi.
What are you looking at down there? It was Johnny sunbathing. Devil.
I was actually checking the croquet game and seeing how that's coming along. They're particularly enjoying themselves.
Are they playing it properly?
Yeah, actually, Alex knows how to play it. Johnny wasn't so good and broke the croquet mallet last night in a fit of anger.
Yikes.
Because he didn't do very well in it. So
Tim, I imagine, very good at croquet.
Tim's, yeah, pretty good.
Well, how do they have a croquet set?
Well, they were very, very bored and asked us if they could have some sort of activity. And obviously we don't give them something for nothing. So we made them do a fairly extensive cleaning out of the swimming pool and the area around it. And then we put in the croquet set. We were being nice because they were feeling a bit low.
Pretty hard to clean that swimming pool, or is it quite...
Well, there were cleaning fluids and they had to scrub around the mosaic tiles and do the filters and all that sort of stuff like that, yeah.
Wow, OK, cool. OK, Tim feeling very emotional last night. Understandably, spoke to his mother.
Yeah.
How's he doing now?
He said this morning to Alex that he felt as though a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. He was really, really happy to get the call and to know that, you know, just to hear his mum's voice really, I think, made a huge, huge difference to him.
Those phone calls and messages have worked really well, haven't they? Because, I mean, in some respects you wonder whether people enjoy them, and in other respects you can see just literally the tension just being lifted off people's shoulders immediately.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that you know, they mean a huge amount to them. And, you know, I know that some purists have said, oh, no contact with the outside world. But,
what do they know?
But they mean such a lot to the people. And also, when they're hearing, you know, mixed messages, booing and things outside, just to hear the voice of someone they know loves them means a lot to them.
Now, Jade been feeling very isolated this week. She doesn't seem to have bonded with anyone. Her friends, Adele and so forth, have gone. How's she feeling today?
She seems to be absolutely fine. I think the good weather has lifted everyone's mood. I think everyone's feeling a lot happier.
Jade's a big sun baby as well.
She likes lying out in the sun. She was, you know, she's been playing croquet. She's been jumping in the pool. No, she's having a good time, and no, she seems to be getting on pretty well with everyone.
And what have they been doing this morning?
They've been doing their shopping. They've got £200 as a result of their task.
Which I know obviously has gone down from £400, but that's actually exactly the same amount per person, isn't it? So that's not a bad amount whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a generous amount. Although they've had to cut back a bit on some of their luxury items this week, but they've still managed to find space for Jade to buy some hair dye, because she was concerned that her hair was looking a bit gingery.
Really?
Yeah, and...
It's not a contagious disease.
And Tim's bought some hair gel. Alex has bought some moisturising cream. So they've, you know, making sure they look their best.
What a vain bunch. Helen, thank you very much for talking to us. OK, if you just go... I have to go over here. Now, as I tell you, that it's time for our phone-in today. Quite simply, I wanted you to give us a call. Fairly simple. Ask PJ. Everyone wants to ask him. People are running on set wanting to ask him stuff. But he's over here with the lovely Jane. We should be able to go straight to the calls now. Hello there. Who's on line one? It should be Robert from Walsall. Hello, Robert.
Hi, Dermot.
Are you well?
Hi, PJ.
Hello, Robert.
I'd like to ask you, PJ, what was your best moment in the house?
The best moment? Probably seeing my little sister's message, to be honest. There was loads of brilliant moments, like the parties and the wrestling match with Spence and Jay's party, the school night. But yeah, it's definitely seeing my sister's message. That was brilliant. Big relief.
Did you ever wake up? You had a lot of parties and you drank a lot, to be fair. Yeah. Not that that's big or clever. Did you ever wake up the next morning and just forget what had happened the night before, and then had the worry that no. This isn't my way. You know, it's been covered a million times on Friday night show, so I don't want to retread over that ground. But did you ever wake up and just think, I can't actually remember what I did last night? Oh no, the whole country might have been watching me.
No, not at all, really. Because it was really weird, because I don't know whether I was in like a group of lightweights, but they were getting really drunk quite quickly, and I wasn't that drunk at times.
So that's your way of saying you were in with a bunch of lightweights. Robert, thank you very much.
Cheers,
OK. Got a question here from Shannon Altman via email. What did you miss most while you were in the house?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Shannon could answer that herself. I missed...
You know her?
I missed yeah, me and Shannon get on really well. Good mates. No, I just miss bit of fun.
Yeah. OK. Wow.
In the bedroom.
Boy, did you miss that. OK. Next up, Debs from Kent. Do you feel that being seen as a sex bomb when you were evicted... How did you feel when you were seen as a sex bomb evicted on Friday night?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not a sex bomb. It's just... It was very nice. It was a great reception. Brilliant. But it was just completely overwhelming. It was just the best experience ever. But, you know, I'm not a sex bomb, and I understand that.
Nice that the man has a bit of humility. Janie, do us a favour.
What?
Intro the next caller, number 2.
Tracy from Hearts. Hello, Tracy.
Hello, hi. Hi, PJ.
Hello,
what
Tracy.
Would you like to ask PJ?
While you were in the house, which evicted housemate did you miss the most and why?
Well, Trace, can you have a guess?
Spencer.
Yeah, big time. Spencer rules. And it just...
Oh, you don't fancy Spencer.
I know. Do you fancy Spencer, Trace?
No, you're my favourite.
Tracy, you dark horse.
But, yeah, Spencer, when he left, my experience just flopped. He was a top bloke, and I can't wait. I'm seeing him tomorrow, so I'll say he said hello.
Did it take a little while, Spence? Because when he first went in the house, the thing we noticed on the very first night was him just walking over, sitting on the couch, everyone else was bonding, and he just kind of smoked and drank. Well, and then he did that for the next, I'd say maybe 2 weeks. And then, no, but you know what I mean? It took him a little while, but when he did come out of his shell, he really came out of his shell.
Yeah, Spencer's very, very laid back. You probably noticed, but...
Oh, yeah.
I went in, and everyone's sort of looking at people straight away, and I thought, nice one. If I have to evict Monday, Spencer's going. You know, he was very, very sort of unapproachable, but he was really, really nervous. He told me he was just completely overwhelmed by the experience that he'd just gone through, and it took him a lot longer than some of us to sort of come out of his shell, but when he did, awesome. You know, what a man.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tracy. Gavin from Dorset up next. Hello, Gavin.
Matt.
You all right?
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm fine.
Go for it.
Just want to ask PJ if he could describe his experience in the house in one word, what would it be?
Difficult.
Difficult to describe, or that's how you...
No, it's difficult, it's difficult. You miss a lot of people, you miss a lot of things, and at times it can be very, very boring, Gavin. Obviously, it doesn't look like... Well, it does if you look at it now. It looks you know, pants. But,
but
yeah,
it looks
it
like,
can be difficult.
to be fair, it looks like just people are sat in their back garden, just, like, chilling out. I mean,
exactly, yeah.
How different is it in that respect? I mean...
Well, it isn't. It's just like chilling out in the garden. That's all it is. That's all you do. That's all you want to do in the day. You wish for sun, you know, because it just... In a way, you rot until Friday, basically, and have a good time here and there when alcohol's knocking about. But yeah, it was good, but if one word, yeah, difficult, definitely.
Excellent. Is that all right, Gavin?
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Cheers, Gavin.
Thanks a lot. OK, Nikki from Weymouth. Sorry, I was going to say Weybridge. Beg your pardon, Nikki. Nikki, hi.
Hi, not Weybridge, Weymouth.
I know, I said that.
You were. Get it right, Dermot.
Don't need to say
hi,
that,
PJ.
Hello, Nikki.
Just wanted to ask, if you had one, what would you have done with the money?
I would have cleared all my student debts, bought a Lotus, and just leave the party scene for a bit, I think, sort my parents out. But I never really thought about that, to be honest, Nikki. I was thinking about it a lot more towards the last couple of weeks, but, you know, I wasn't going to win it, so I didn't really think about it. Well, a lot of people could think I was probably a bit insensitive. I was in the house towards certain people, and the way I came across can appear quite arrogant. But hopefully they didn't. But, yeah, I didn't think I'd be that popular. That's all.
OK, brilliant. Thank you very much. Question for PJ. If you're in the house this week, who would you nominate for eviction and who would you like to see win at the end?
Johnny's going to win, and I'm looking forward to that. I think I would have evicted Jade, not because I've got a problem with Jade, it's just that, well, the last couple of weeks I had a problem and we didn't really sort it out. I do like the girl, she's great, and I would have probably, at a push, voted Tim, not because I don't think he's a nice bloke, I really like Tim, but maybe I think it'll go that way because he's came in, you know, last sort of thing.
If those two go up together tomorrow, what happens?
Tim's out.
Bye-bye, Tim, I think, by the look of the news. Yeah, it's a shame, because Tim's a nice bloke, but he's not getting good press, so...
OK. Angela from Wales, very briefly, just got in time for your last question. Hello, Angela.
Hiya.
Hello, Angela.
Go for it.
PJ.
Go for it, Angela.
Did you sometimes find it hard to interact with people in the house?
Sorry?
Did you sometimes find it hard to interact with people in the house?
No, not really. I might have come across a bit boring, but at times it was difficult, as I said earlier. No, I didn't find it difficult to interact at all. I'm quite a sociable bloke, and I found that quite easy. So,
Angela, thank you very much. Jane, thank you very much. PJ, thank you very much.
Cheers.
And tomorrow's show, Boyd Hilton, and more about the shopping list. We'll see you tomorrow, E4, 7 o'clock. Take care. Bye-bye.